There we go. Okay. Go ahead and update the stuff. All right. Let me do. Let's see if I can do this. All right. So let's switch. All right, so I'm going to spend the next few minutes on this. Tokyo Southwest, episode 8 begins now. So I had a lot to cover this week. Let's see here. Let's start with this. On this recap, we're going to start with somehow I've gotten a lot of new subs on my YouTube, which is amazing. I'm getting a lot of questions and stuff like that. For some reason, my third part 3, so I'm my part 3 from last Sunday, got a ton of hits. And I'll dig into the analytics later on, but this is what, I don't know, just all of a sudden I'm just getting hits after hits when I'm doing more on this refresh, but I'm also doing drift car too. So I do have, actually have 3 S12s. I used to have 4, actually 5, but I got rid of 2. So technically I have 3. I have a shell in the backyard now and 2 I'm working on. So if you don't know what an S12 is a Nissan Silvia, came from Japan. Right here is the S12 from 84 to 88. They're front engine, rear wheel drive, FR layout. That's what it is. I have the hatchback versions, which is 3-door hatchbacks. And 2 names will actually come up. One will be an S12 Gazelle, and the other one will be the S12 Silvia, or in America it's just 200sx. So, but the Gazelle, you'll actually find that mostly it's like a name, like a sub name for them in Australia and in Japan. But it's still in America. It comes over as an S chassis. It'll be like FRS12 and stuff like that on the actual chassis code itself. That's why it's still called an S12s or an S12s or Silvia 12. An S12 Mark 1, Mark 2. There's 2 different, there's actually 3 different variants, even though they refer to like a Mark 2. The Mark 1, Mark 1.5, and Mark 2. The 86 that I have is a Mark 1. Well, actually 1.5. While the drift car is an 87, which is a Mark 2. Basically, the Mark 1 has a Mark 1 version, which has electronics for the 2.0. So 1.5 is like in between both. Has like both of the eras. So let's see. The 240 RS. The S12s actually were used to be between Nissan Gazelle is Japan and Australia, while the North America is the 200sx. It's still a Silvia, regardless of where it's from, because it's the chassis code that calls it. Okay, Let's see here, North America. Nissan 200sx. Only in America. America actually got the VG30, which is the V6 model. Here's this one received the RSV code, the SE model. Let's see. It might be a little while since I've known why they called it a Gazelle in Japan. I think it's because the SE version was more of a Gazelle. I know. Nissan rebrands the Silvia as a Gazelle coupe and hatchback so that Nissan's different dealership network. It's a dealership thing in Japan. Okay, so that's what it was. Like here in America, we had both Nissan and Infiniti. Same kind of concept, sounds like. So Nissan is the Silvia is a Gazelle, just rebranded. Yep. No, probably the best way to put it. All right, so yeah, let's. I always wanted the FJ20s. Those were freaking massive bulletproof motors, but we never got it here. But we did get the V6 motor. Awesome motor for a while. Hard to get power though. And you can't just swap over from the 300ZX to this version. So that's why I kind of took that motor out and put the CA18D18 in it. Even though I almost want to say fuck this motor and just put something else in it. Or just go back to the VGA. Because I still got the carb set up. I can still do the carb set up. I still have the front member just for the cross member just for the V6 model for that. I could go pull a VG33 from something and put it in there. S10s were actually raced with Paul Newman's team. Believe it or not, there was a picture for a while that had, what was his name? Tom Cruise racing an actual S12 with Paul Newman and his 300ZX. Let's see, Tom Cruise 200sx. Let's see if I can find it. Tom Cruise 200sx. Tom Cruise races for Nissan at some point. I'm just going to show pictures of this. Tom Cruise. Let's see. See if we can pick out the S12, huh? There it is, right there. Right in the S12, look at that. Back in the 80s, this is when Nissan actually raced, man. This is when cars were amazing. He even had Tom Cruise racing. That's Paul Newman's team. At that time, he was racing the VG30 with the 300ZX. Amazing. Yes, I did look this up a while ago. Huh, weird. Alright, so let's start with my recap. Now that we know a little bit of history in the S12, a little bit. We know that it's both a Silvia and a Gazelle, just different names. We all know that it used to have been a highly raced team back in the days of the 80s. I mean, the V6 version was in the WRC, which was awesome. S12 WRC. I didn't say that. I said there's the S12 version, right? That one actually had the V6 in it. That thing's a freaking beast. I always wanted to build my car kind of like that. but it's okay. I kind of like it. I like it being like a drift car, so. Uh, yeah, if I end up blowing the freaking CA18, I might just actually go back to VG, and if I do that, I'll just use the card setup that I have and just have to clean it all up and rebuild it again. I just hate it because you have to actually run a stronger motor. Alright, so episode 7, let's start with what was I doing? My daily drive on the 9th. The 9th was a Saturday, I believe. So let's start with part 1. We'll start here. I was doing electronic cleaning because I was trying to figure out what's wrong with my lighting. So let's go ahead and start this. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill that for a minute. I'm not listening to myself. But yeah, here's actually, let me raise this up some. I was going through and trying to figure out what's going on, if it's this thing. So the headlight switch is crucial in this car because if it's not plugged in or if it's not utilizing right, my headlights won't go up and down. My lights will actually work, but they won't work right. So you have to clean all those connectors inside. You have to use like rubbing alcohol or electronic cleaner. There's like a little bit of black gunk that was inside. Once I got that all cleared out, I was mostly talking about how that is and how I took it all apart, how easy it is. It's really easy to clean up. I mean, you got this plastic thing inside that's actually moving those things up and down or in different rotations. There's probably a way to. I think there is a way I can actually do like some type of combination grounding, maybe. I'll probably totally hack that. Yeah, that's that. That's pretty much it on that one. That's my daily driver, the 86 1.5 MK S12. This is what I daily driven for a while before I got this 350Z. I blew the motor. I had the motor rebuilt, basically ready to drive now. It's just working out all the kinks. Actually, I was going to put gas in it either tomorrow morning if I decide to use the car tomorrow morning. If not, I'll just go put it in on Saturday and drive it around a little more. I do have to do a new timing belt setup and stuff like that. So because it's been sitting for about 8 years now. Yeah, about 5, 6 years. I want to redo them anyways because I want to start from fresh. Let's see. Oh yeah. This car is my 86. And you know what really? I know I'm going to take it off the story here for. Actually, let me finish up the day and I'll tell you more about that. All right, so that was part 1. Here's part 2. And then I'm going to jump into why I like this car a lot, why I want to keep it as my daily. I mean, now it's running. Look at that. I cleaned the contact. Look at those headlights. Keep going up and down. That pop up and down headlights, yo. Yeah. But yeah, then the freaking center console on the top, it shattered on me. But the good side is somebody was selling on Facebook. Parts from their S12, and I'm getting a new one that should be here in a day or two. Freaking awesome. Actually, this should be here tomorrow. So I'll be able to install it this weekend. I put that all back together. Couldn't figure out the lighting because I got no running light. I got brakes, but no running lights. Actually, no, I lost brakes because I undo a hack that I forgot. That was the reason why I did the hack. Here, I'll go back. All right, so I shown that I showed how the center console there it all shattered on me because plastics are bad and I guess heat destroys stuff, you know? But still, okay, pop up. Yeah, I was trying to mess around with the switches, nothing helped. No lights whatsoever. So I kind of ruined my night there, but it's time to go ahead and whip out the book and figure out what did I do wrong. So that was the second part of that video of that day. So let's go to Speed Hunters S12 Henry. Back in when I was up in Oregon in 2010, I fell in love with the car. I had a Firebird at the time. I was looking to get out of it and get something different. This car here. I always wanted to build a car, help it get featured and stuff like this. This was amazing. Like, and at the time, Speed Hunters was like super awesome. What the heck? What's going on here? Here we go. Henry is not Neat 6 S12. I don't think he has this car anymore, but that's the rumors that I heard. Mine's an 80, yeah, mine's an 86 too, and same color. Just I didn't lower it like this. Actually, no, I kept it stock pretty much. Stock with a little bit of stiffness, but still a stock motor and all that. This wasn't really a stock car because, as I pretty much said right here, S13 coilovers, which you can do the whole front swap and everything on it. Pretty much completely lowered it like this. I mean, the motors look nice. They did a KA swap from an S13, which great motor for this car. Even though they consider it as a truck motor, but it's still a great motor for it. And SR20 is actually better for the car, but because the power to weight ratio just makes the car good. I mean, this car is what got me really motivated to get into. I looked at this and I looked at a few people in Vegas at the time. They were doing drifting and whatnot, and yeah, I just wanted to make a show car like this and have a car that I would actually go have fun with as well. But this was my major inspiration for the car. I don't think they actually featured any others. Um, sorry for the ads if you're sitting here lurking. I'll have this up on YouTube, so it's not going to be it'll be ad free later on. So, but yeah, that's that. Let's see. There's other amazing S12s out there. Let's just get rid of this. Nissan S12 Silvia. That one I've seen before. FJ is right there. Those things are amazing. I just wish they came to America. I think they have them up in Canada though, because they didn't just come in S12s. They came in Nissan Skyline DR31s that Canada did get, but we did not get any Skyline. EC motors. Yeah, spot every cool ass car in here. Like the coupe right here, the coupe, the RSX coupes like this. You'll find the racing version in Japan, which came with ECA18 DETs. But the S12, powerful little racing car. Here it is. 'is. Silhouette, awesome looking car. And just you can get lost for days looking up looking up the old S12s, racing, the WRC version. And this when the car was actually freaking like back when Nissan used to race. He used to make really good cars. Like look at that drifting right there. I don't think he had an angle kit at the time either. Look at that smoke just tossing up. That's it. No, yeah, yeah. I think they were in. I don't know if that's the UK guy or if that was the guy in Australia. There's a few different ones that they painted that color and does the whole drifting scene too. All right, so there we go. A little inspiration there. That's for my congratulations to 200 subs. That's freaking rock, man. I'm just hoping that this. Well, I'm just hoping this starts picking up as well. I mean, every time I post this, nobody gives a shit. So, but when I start posting this random stuff, I try to mention this often, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. Keep the recap. So we got day nine's done. We found out that we still don't have running lights. We cleaned up the switch. We got pop up headlights at least. So let's start on day two. This Sunday. Let's go ahead and kill that because I pulled out the stereo because I'm pretty sure the wiring. My issue was the wiring inside because I know I had to have the book, the magical book. This is the holy Bible of the car. So basically, I go through that. I read everything there. I double check everything here, and that's what I did. Ignore the buds. Sooner or later, I'll actually upgrade those to an actual clips. So I found out that one of the wires was not connected to one of the power, and that was my whole problem. And that's what I was trying to go at right here. How to put that here. So I couldn't hold the phone at the same time while I'm doing that, so I basically just spliced into it. I did that, I fixed it, and go to number two. And here's number two. Yeah, wanted to show that I got it right. Can't really see it, but I have running light. Look at that, the running lights are working. Sun is like beating down right there. But that running lights, I gotta get a new one of those. But it's not coming off, so. Still, ah, not ready for that. Part two. We got running lights. I'm just gonna skip through this. So, running lights. Those lights were not working before. They are now. Shows that I have running lights in both front and back, which means I can actually drive the car at night now and not get harassed. That's the fun part. There was a little hack in the back because I don't have brake. Once I undid the hack, so I took this, put this bar down, and I wanted to show that I don't have brakes. No brake. I had running lights, but no brakes. I did have brake up there though. But there's something else going on that's causing no power to the unit that I have over here. Hopefully I pointed out. I think I did. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Let me go back here. There's a unit. Let me get to it. Come on, is this where it is? This is, yeah, this is it. that box right there, that blue one, that is the stop relay. The stop relay. If you notice here, this wire right here, which is like number 1, I think that's like 1 there, and that's number 10. It's number 1. I had to cut number 1 and splice it into 10 to give it power. And that was my hack, just to bypass this. For some reason, this is not working. And that's why I had to do that. And hello. My technicality. But yeah, anyways, I was doing this. I spliced into this wire here and tapped into that. And that's what I had before. I figured since I had all the running lights back up, I would undo that hack and put it back together. It did not work. So something else is going on, so I have to actually go through and troubleshoot. I'm doing a recap of what I've done last weekend. This is my episode 8 of my Tokyo Southwest. I try to do this once a week, about this time. Basically, found the running light. Problem was here. One wire wasn't hooked up right. I fixed it because I have the book. Some odd reason I can't get the 4-way flashes working, but I think I know what that is already. I think I need to get a flashing module that goes underneath the dash, but I think there might be another relay or something that's underneath the dash is causing this problem. Because I replaced that unit 4 times just to be on the safe side. So I put everything back. I try to hook this up and I'm so stupid. I should have unplugged the battery before I touched this because it shocked me. But yeah, I did that. I'm just gonna fast forward. Yeah, this is where I turn off the power. I don't want to stop on that one. Okay, so there's that. That was my little hack that I did. I tried to explain a little bit, but I went really in detail on this one. And somehow, I don't know what it is. This one, I think because the angle, they look at this and they're like, I'm intrigued. So let's see. I walked backwards. This is my restoring car. This is my daily driven car. So this is a stunt motor with the stop relay switch. So somehow, so I'm sitting here. I'm explaining how I technically took that one, hacked it into this one, and I called it a day from there. So let's go from there. But once I did that, I got brakes. And I explained a little bit about that, so made sure everything was plugged in right. I used that bar to improve that my brakes worked again. Try to explain that's my brake pedal. Clutch is on the left, the gas is on the right. Yeah, and because of that, I have brakes again. That's cool. Yeah, and then that's pretty much what I had going on. I had a couple speakers in the back, kind of like deteriorated because of the heat. But I replaced them already. It was very easy. Everything's back together now, but I didn't actually show it off really. I just had to explain what I was doing. I wanted to give an update. That way I can have something today. That's it pretty much on the S12 here, the daily driven car. Let's go to my drift car. All right, so I found some issues with my 87 drift car. So because of that, I'm not going to be able to drift this weekend like I really wanted to. Alright, so here's what I've got going on. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to explain. There's a device missing that needs to go here. It gets plugged into this blue one right here. I actually unplugged this. And there's a nipple on the back of here that needs to get plugged into back of here. This other device that connects to here has to connect to here as well, but it also has to connect to here to the intercooler set. That's why the intercooler is kind of removed at the moment, because I had to reconfigure the piping. Let's see. And there's a device. It has like a weird freaking goes in one way, comes out the other. But it has to connect between here and the intake. And there's that other nipple I was talking about. I think I unplugged that, right? Yes, I did. This is broken already, and that's meant for AC. I'm not running AC in this car, so never did. But that is my issue. I have to do it this weekend so I can connect this together. I get that on, that'll fix my cold start issue. And I get the other one hooked up, and that should fix my weird vacuum issue. And fast idle too. There's a fast idle screw right on that nipple back there, even though I'm explaining about that thing being my cold start issue and the other one being the other issue. So I'm going to hook that one up. I'm going to hook both of those up, put them together, and have to go tuning from there, hopefully. So, cold start meaning like when you turn on the key, you turn the key. That device helps brings the RPMs up a little bit. Tells the computer, hey, we're cold, we need to start, we need to try to see if we can boost ourselves a little bit. And then you have the fast idle in the back that actually helps regulate the air and how much pressure and everything it goes through. But once that's all connected, yeah, I also found a blow off valve. I just have to cut those and cut off the yellow welds that's on there. So that was meant for like some weird setup, so. But that has to go before the intercooler setup, so then I'll actually have to go like right over here. So that's pretty much all I got really on right now. And that's my issue. That's why I'm not going to be able to drive this weekend. But it actually has the vacuum port that I was also talking about that goes for what I was looking for. This should be fun. Turbo, big ass turbo. Alright. I think once I get those two hooked up, the tune should be actually really good. I should be able to tune it a lot better. And hopefully this time, I think that's when it's like it has like this weird misfire. Even though the timing is set right, I can advance or minus that all I want, and it still doesn't want to work. Want to idle right. So I'm pretty sure once I get this connected right, it should idle better. Especially with the fast idle control here. And make sure this is set right. Hopefully I don't have to get a new one, but let's see fuel pressure regulator right here. It has that little gauge right there. I have to make sure that's correct and everything because I've noticed that thing's been sticking for some odd reason. We'll figure it out. I think that is pretty much all I have. S12 Silvia's. What else do we have going on? Had this open because I wanted to give a little insight, a little history about the car, and a little history about, Nissan used to have been really big in racing back in the day. They suck at it now, but they used to have been really good. But let's see. The A20's on the one that I was working on before. The DET is what I'm also working on, but all right. So I think it's time to call it a night. And next week I'll have episode 9. Episode 9 hopefully should have a lot more intro, a lot more stuff into it. I should have a recap of biggest drift on this weekend too. So that's a lot of stuff to do. Especially if you've been on my lurked on my Discord and you see all these videos that are popping up all out of nowhere over the weekend. It's just me doing all this. I like to just upload them real quick and call it a time. Yeah, like I'll even upload stuff like this where I don't want to get striked on Twitch, so I'm just hiding this. This is my daily driven car, so I listen to music in it. As a bit, it's like my little boombox by my daily driver. So yeah, I was just like uploading a video on that. Everything's back together. I was just readjusting my stereo because when you pull the battery, you lose all your information, especially if you pull it for such a long time. I have 3 of these cars. One's in the backyard in pieces. The other 2 I'm working on. I also have the S130, the 280ZX that I need to work on next year, hopefully. If shit doesn't hit the fan because of government bullshit. Government and politics bullshit. There we go. I've got that to work on. I've got pretty much it. I'm like super tired. It's almost 11. So, all right, time to go to sleep. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'll do the next step. I do the Togeous Southwest mainly to keep myself motivated, to keep myself going. I have no motivation. I had no one to really motivate me to keep me going, especially after I lost my mom back in 2019. 2 days after my drifting events, she got to see the last time. And that's the whole point I'm doing this. Is mainly to keep myself motivated, to keep myself accountable for the stuff, so I don't let things sit for such a long time and I lose myself and stuff. Keep my mind busy, keep everything going because it's let me throw this back up. I'm doing this because of all that. I'm like, look at this. It's got to be doing something. Look at this. This is my last daily driven car right here, and it's all of a sudden it has 500 views. Of course there's ads. It has 500 views. Can't control it. Anyways, I must be doing something right because I got over 200 today. Well, 200 today, up to 200 today, plus 14 in the last 28 days. Doing something good, I guess. It's not like it's thousands or anything like that. It's all I did was upload this stuff and it's going. It's fine. People are seeing it. And because the people are seeing it, it's like I must be doing something right. So hopefully, me doing this recaps like I've been doing episode 7, episode 6, I'm hoping that this will start reflecting that as well. And that reflects that. maybe we'll get some of these people coming in, and you know, we got people asking questions here. Maybe I can actually answer them too here. Uh, like when I hopefully with the next month or two, I should be able to pull a CA20, my daily driven 86, and do its timing belt and stuff like that. I can actually do a full like pull apart and rebuild and all that stuff because the car has been sitting for a couple of years and should replace the timing belt because how long it's been sitting. But it does look last time I looked at it, it looks fine. But you never know. But this is good information. Anyways, I think it's time to call it. I think it's time to call it. But before I do, this is why I'm doing it. Doing for motivation for myself. This is motivating. You know, seeing all of a sudden 537 views on one video. That's awesome. No, 200 subs now. That's amazing. Especially when I started really building this up. I was doing this for years. I wasn't naming it this way. I got 500 videos and stuff really. I thought they had like a troll or something back in the day. But, 4 likes. I mean, the views do climb up. I'm like right here. Oh, yeah, it's the DEF CON badge. But, yeah, I didn't get that many subs from that, but the more information I try to put out in these cars, the more I believe that I should get more into it, so. But yeah, uh it's motivating. If this motivation can still go up, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I love this. I love the confidence I can give myself from this motivation. Content this period, yeah. The SMR cold start, aggressive cams. Oh yeah, that's it. So I think the name changing has helped. It's like a look at here, it's his recent upload, and all of a sudden it just shot up. So yeah, I think another one would be like over in time, the BU30 with the carbureted. This thing never came carbureted. I still get questions from time to time on this, so I'll play it real quick before I call it. I didn't talk here, so. Engine bay is so cleaner back then. But yeah, if you know anything about carbs, this is a 350 Harley carb on a Nissan car. So there's no, you can't put like a, there's no way you can put like a Harley carb on like that. So, if I ever said screw you on the turbo motor, I'm probably gonna go get another one of these motors and put it in. Put it back in. This was back in the day. This is before all that stuff freaking got toasted by the heat. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, okay. So I have to repeat myself over and over and over again. So yeah, the last few words here. It's like motivation. I'm doing this because it's motivating me, keeping me motivated. It's keeping me going. It's keeping me loving these cars, showing my love to everyone that I love these cars, and it's really helping me overcome my loss. My loss when I lost my mom 5 years ago on my last drift event that I actually was able to drive. So it's been really rough, you know. It's been extremely rough on me. So, but yeah, that's it. That's my motivation. I'm hoping that these podcasts actually kick off. So maybe that'll be a bigger motivation for me. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna call it a night. So here's my ending. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you. And I'm working on another podcast that might be broadcast Sunday night. That's the WRNet sec from Biggest Hackware. I was going to do episode 2, and I actually posted the title on this, guys. So yeah, I don't do Twitter anymore. It's all about Blue Sky now. Anyways, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Cheers.